Hello and welcome everyone to the Edmonds Racing Weekly TV show where, of course, Toby and Trent have joined us to preview their runners for the weekend. They're here to recap their stable performers over the past week and also touch on any current news and views they have. Guys, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for coming on.
Morning, Bruce.
Toby, I've said it before. You've got the most incredible group of owners. We offered the Schwazier colt, of course, through the show through last week, and he was sold out in 48 hours. He wasn't a cheap horse. He was a ripping horse, a horse we like a lot. But gee, does that sort of reaction just blow you away?
Yeah, no. Look, it was unexpected, to be truthful. I thought we would, still be banging away at him, getting close to trial time, trying to get him done as we have done in previous years. So I think it's credit to probably more so yourself, the way you structure the email, and I suppose the big thing about it, we've been able to identify his ability already, which is good. So we could give him a good push as well, and people know they're getting into a horse that's got some ability very quickly, and it's pleasing, and that way very pleasing that all the clients jumped in very quickly as well. So credit due all around, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that was a big part of it, I suppose, was that all the hard work's been done. You're buying with a lot more information when you can see a horse gallop alongside others and gallop the way he did. So that's got us all excited, of course. Trent, Tie Zone, Vanna Girl, another step towards the Epsom and Sydney, mate, with the second trial, the Gold Coast kindly putting on a trial in between races at the Gold Coast tomorrow, mate. Talk us through what you expect from them tomorrow, and then also a little bit about how they go to Sydney from there.
So we were fairly soft on them both in their first trial. Vanna Girl in particular, she didn't need to be bustled about. Tomorrow we'll put some blinkers on her. It's a 900-metre trial tomorrow rather than 1,000. It's between race 3 and 4. Obviously, they're both 900-metre races at home here. So, and we'll ask them to do a bit more. Just hit the line nicely. I think there's 2 of Michael Costa's, 2 of Chris Wallace, so 6-horse trial. Basically a race day trial, which is great. And must thank the Turf Club for that and being so accommodating, trying to get some of these better horses down to some of their goals. And then obviously we've spoken at length about when their first up runs are and the type. So we've got a travelling rider who will go away, who rides Vanna Girl every day. Sebastian does a great job for us, and more than likely keep her here until as late as possible and just do all the groundwork here. But we've had good success in the past travelling horses sort of midweek and then running them on the weekend. It's obviously, other than going to Melbourne where you've got to get there a bit earlier, we've had a bit of luck with horses like Winter Bride and that going down after they've had their final gallop and then just having a couple of days to settle in and then performing on the weekend. So these days it's quite easy. I suppose the different thing this time will be the border and getting across the border, how long that takes. I'm hopeful not a great deal of time, but Vanna's going to be the first one to get down there, and I would expect that she'd settle in beautifully and just get straight into a tucker and eat well and hopefully perform for us.
Yeah, perfect. I suppose at the moment the horses can travel freely. It's just the staff that'll be the biggest problem. But no, that's really, really exciting. Tie Zone, Vanna Girl trialling in between races 3 and 4, is it?
Yeah, between race 3 and 4
tomorrow. So good luck to the owners there. Looking forward to their first up runs in September. All right, guys, let's get stuck into the runners for the weekend. You saddle horses on Saturday at both Doomben and the Gold Coast, and Sunday we travel up to the Sunshine Coast for their regular Sunday meeting. Let's have a look at Doomben on Saturday first. Toby, it's a soft 5 there at the moment. Probably with the good weather, we'd get into a good range, you'd think. A 9-race card. Just the one exceptor here, race 3, Astro Boy Toy, Toby. It's a class 3 over 1,200 metres. He obviously won over this distance first up 5 weeks ago at Eagle Farm. The market has him one of the 2 main chances here. $3.50 shot alongside Chico Milagro, who's a favourite at $2.50. Map's okay with not a ton of speed inside him. Parko drawn outside to obviously take up the lead. Just thought he needed every bit of the 1,200 metres fresh up, and he's 5 weeks in between runs. How do you see him running, Tobe?
Yeah, I think he's fresh enough for the 1,200 still. He's a little while between runs for a couple of reasons. I think he drew poorly and might have just had a minor foot issue a month or so ago, which took a little while to get over. But so he's fresh enough. He hasn't had a great deal of galloping. Galloped up beautifully Tuesday morning. You know, if by chance he is looking for all the 1,200, that's fine. We'll get through this one and he can move on. He'll get through to open company here pretty quickly, I think, once he bowls these couple over. And if Doomben isn't quite the track for him, I think the surface will be. Okay, so the circumference in Doomben might not quite be in his favour, but definitely the surface will be. You know, if it's a bit softish, it'll help. It's never very firm, so I like the track for him. The distance is a little bit of a query, and the Doomben circumference is a little bit of a query. But all in all, the horse in good order. Go there. If you can't roll them tomorrow, he'll be in the first couple. I'm sure. If he doesn't win, he'll run second or third. And look out for him when he gets to 1,400 and even out to a mile when we get him 100% right.
Yeah, love it. Excellent. Okay, well, class will take Astro Boy Toy a long way there at Doomben in race 3. Good luck to all the owners there. A great group of involved in Astro Boy Toy. Looking forward to everyone getting up here and being able to cheer them on at home at the racetracks here very soon. Gold Coast Saturday is a good 4 at the moment. Lovely sunny weather here on the Gold Coast this week. It's an 8-race card. We've got 3 acceptors across 3 races. Kicking off in race 1, the maiden over 2,200 metres. Trent Mondina, drawn barrier 12. Anthony Allen aboard. Mate, you could make a case for him winning last time out at Warwick over 2,000 metres where he just got way too far out of his ground. He's fit enough for this. He's drawn wide again here, but does Ant Allen just sort of punch him up here on speed and leave no excuses? How do you see it playing out?
I think he's got to be honest. I want to try and take bad luck out of the equation tomorrow. It's plain as day to see that he should have won last start. And all of these other horses have had a stack of starts without a victory. I think this guy, once he sort of wins one, keep him around this journey, we can keep him going and he can continue to win as long as we place him well. And look, he's drawn 12 or 12, or 11 runners, sorry. I would like to see it just be really nice and aggressive on him out of the barriers because he'll travel kindly in the run. He's not a horse that pulls or anything. So just to negate any bad luck, he must be really positive early. Either go to the front or roll outside leader and basically control the race either way. Get a couple of soft sectionals and then build. He's not a horse that you can sit and sprint on. He needs to, let him stride from sort of 600-700 out and just build to the top so he's at his top at the top of the straight and he'll keep running. I'd be very disappointed even from the wide barrier if he wasn't able to knock these over tomorrow.
Yeah, very nice. And the horse you could see it being in city class and time over the trip, mate?
Well, we've certainly had worse horses than he sort of aim up at those sort of benchmark 65s over a journey sort of midweek and that. And as I said, once they get up over a journey up here, it sort of thins out a bit. So I suppose he wins a maiden and then he can go on to something a little bit stronger, hopefully after tomorrow.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, good luck to the owners of Mondina. There looks a great chance. All in the hands of Ant Allen from barrier 12 there. Race 4 is a benchmark 65, 900 metres. Faith and Love was terrific last time out, Tobe. Obviously broke her maiden at this course and distance a few weeks back. Ant Allen retains the ride. Lovely gait. Obviously up in grade, but I thought she was dominant last time out.
Yeah, it's very good the other day. It's always difficult to go straight from the maiden to one of these benchmark races, but she's going well enough to figure in right in the finish. I'm not saying she's a good thing or anything, but in good order. She's going to get a nice run just back off the speed. I'd suggest she's going to be in the first 2 or 3 and 1, 2 or 3, sorry, and we'll be able to get a good guide on how she's going to progress through this race, I feel. So nice race for her.
Yeah, very good. Okay, we'll get a nice. And it's sort of 900 metres. Do you see her getting up over 1200 in time?
I think so. 900 is probably a little short for an hour, but anyway, it is what it is. That race is fitted in, so natural progression, and we'll see what distance range we get it to after tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Early days in her prep anyway, so plenty of racing left in store for Faith and Love this preparation. Good luck to the owners there. Looking forward to seeing her step out again. I thought she was very good the other day. Race, I've got it race 4 here for Beach Break team. It's not race 4. Faith and Love in race 7. Race 7, benchmark 65, 1200 metres. The return of Beach Break Trent, perhaps from barrier 11. Very well-bred Schnitzel filly. Returns here as a 4-year-old after 2 nice trials. Broke her maiden last prep over 1350, so 1200 metres probably touch short of her best, but obviously she's first up. Awkward barrier, mate. Does she go around?
We could potentially wait for her. The rail's out 10 metres tomorrow, so largely going to be on speed. She's a back marker, drawn a wide barrier, so we'll settle in the second half of the field and draw a wide barrier. So potentially we'll wait for her for either next Wednesday or Thursday to kick her off. But wherever we take her first up, I'd expect her to be competitive and then build into the preparation after that. Trials have been spot on, really good. Whether it be good speed, slow speed, she's been finishing off beautifully. Work Tuesday morning was absolutely rock solid. So can't fault her. Coates still got a little way to go, but track work at home has been, really, really good. So I would suggest she'd be winning fairly quickly in this preparation. A lot of time for her. She's Sebring filly out of Oakley Girl, who's obviously 4 years old now and just starting to come into her own. So probably going to wait, but we'll just wait to the very last minute to have a look at sort of scratchings and the rest of it.
Very nice. All right. Again, a nicely bred filly, 4-year-old mare, I should say, kicking off her campaign and for a good prep. So good luck to the owners there if she does line up. All right, team, Sunshine Coast, Sunday, good 4, 9-race card there. We've got 2 acceptors across 2 races for the 2K team. In races 1 and 8, bookending the meeting, Sterl's going to be up there for the duration. You'll have to be there for race 1 and kick on with a few 4Xs in between races before Bafana races in race 8. But it should be a great day, as it always is up there at the sunny coast. Great track and lovely weather for this time of year, of course. Race 1's the cutest 3-year-old filly maiden, 1,000 metres. Toby, what can you tell us about Cool Intelligence?
Loved the first trial. I wasn't so taken by a second trial. I thought she was a little bit flat in that trial. Drawn beautifully. It's a beautiful track to kick them off at. So just like to see her in this company and see where she fits in. Works good enough to run well. Just a little bit difficult to be confident off that second trial. That's all. So look and see here. Ryan Maloney rides for us. He hasn't ridden. He had a couple of rides for us lately, but he goes on to Cool Intelligence. So I'd suggest whatever happens Sunday, she will improve on, and with the race experience and fitness and all the rest of it. So nice kick-off race for her, but I'd like to see her before I get too confident.
Very good. She's a nice styler from the Coney filly there on debut. It's an interesting little race. A lot of nice trialers, first starters in the race too, and obviously a couple of others that have raced and shown potential. So it'll give us a good guide on Cool Intelligence. But most of all, it'll be a great experience for her travelling up there. Nice track, running the first there at the sunny coast, and from a nice barrier with Ryan Maloney aboard. So it should be a good day out for Cool Intelligence and the owners. Good luck, team. Race 8's a Class 2 over 1,000 metres. Trent Bafana. Whew, got a proper barrier here, a barrier 18. Andrew Mallion aboard. She loves the track here, mate. She obviously ran, first up, you said she'd need it. Second up, you said she'd run very well. She did. She was beaten just half a length, flashing late. She loves this track. Her best 2 performances have been here, but she's just drawn atrociously.
Yeah, drawn the car park again. Don't think we'll run her. There's a couple of options for her next week. I can't believe it. She's drawn horrible every start bar one of her career so far. want to draw a gate for once with her. To be fair, she's going good enough. She actually looks fantastic now. She needed those first 2 runs. And I think in my update earlier in the week, I said if she draws a barrier for Sunday, she's going to be pretty competitive. And she's basically peaking. So had this race in mind for her as soon as they crossed the line effectively the other day after her last run. And we've come up with the absolute car park. So it's a disaster, to be fair. And she's a horse that probably needs to start drawing a barrier so we can just lock her down pretty quick. Otherwise, she wants to get on the steel and get things over and done with. And just trying to teach her to settle. But these wide barriers are making it extremely hard. So likely not going to run, and we'll look for another option for her. She's on for next Wednesday as well.
Very good. Okay, good as gold. We'll leave that in your capable hands. And if she does go around, good luck to all the owners there of Bafana. She is knocking on the door for a win, that is for sure. She was superb last time out. All right, team, time for that time of week where we try and steer our viewers into a couple of winners. It was a great shout last week. Obviously, Toby tipped She's a Boss, and she duly won. And Fields of Yulong, well, he was enormous from an impossible position on the turn as well. So definitely on the money there too, Trent, without scoring points. Trent, go with you first, mate. Who's your best bet of the week?
I'm going to back up on Mondina.
Mondina, very good in the maiden.
2200 metre maiden, yep, that's me.
2200 maiden, get the day off to the right start at the Gold Coast there, nice and early, get the money in the bank. Mondina, race 1. And Alan aboard. Toby, what are you going to steer us into?
Yeah, Mondina as well. Yeah, the others are sort of got awkward alleys and first starters. I'd like to see that one, but Mondina looks well placed to me, even though he's got a big weight and giving away 4 or 5 kilos on Saturday. He should be beating those, I'd suggest.
Very good. All right. Well, good luck there, team. Mondina, make sure, I'd say you start pretty short, so maybe one for Maltese and that kind of thing for all the punters watching. Guys, just a quick recap on the week. Terrific as usual. Not a heap of runners, but the strike rate's enormous. 22 runners this season for 6 winners, striking at 27%. Unbelievable. Our weekend kicked off with She's a Boss there at Eagle Farm last week. Toby, you tipped her. She won very nicely.
Yeah, she's progressing nicely. I've had a few guys ring me and sort of suggest or wonder why she's going so good. I think she always had that type of ability. Maybe she's just coming into her own now. She's getting a couple of winter tracks. Eagle Farm, I think, credit to them. They've sown some rye into it. It's a lot more forgiving than it's been in recent times, and that filly likes that type of surface. I think finally, doesn't sort of matter where she draws. If she gets outside horses, she travels so much better. Robbie seems to have the key to and gets on with her well and travels nicely for him. So, look, she's in tip-top form. I know if she returned a great figure the other day, so she could be in for a sort of low-grade stakes race somewhere in time. But we'll have to see how that pans out and where we go with her. But good effort, and really, really happy that she's going well for the Archer Park guys.
Yeah, well done to the Archer Park team there. Yeah, she's been placed incredibly well too. I thought she was a no metro win their handicap on Saturday, and she just won with ease. And we saw at the Pines, of course, these Rothsay breed, they tend to improve with time too. So nice to see her doing a great job. Dry Times was great too, Trent. First start for the stable, first start for himself, and he did a really nice job there at the Gold Coast. I think the owners were on hand too.
Yeah, Maury Hayes and the team, they were on hand to see him salute. Good ride by Tegan, actually. Just let that speed go. Peeled out at the top of the straight, and he was way too good. And I think it was important that she did let that speed go and just bring him back onto the bridle, let him travel comfortably. His first start, even though he's had 3 trials, first start at 1,200 metres, hard thing to do for a young horse. And she just gave him a good education and a really good experience. So he still wasn't, I think we mentioned last week, he still probably wasn't all the way there. And whatever he was going to do on Saturday, he would certainly improve. He looks outstanding this week. He's done a treat for the run. So he might be one to watch for the future. He's not overly big, but he can certainly gallop. And I just love the way he really travelled up nicely and put him to bed pretty quickly. Second horse, Vanderland, has got some not bad form. It ran in that Hot Maiden at the Sunshine Coast to start before and run a place, and then prior to that, it got beaten by Dollar Euro, who came out and smashed them in the Class 1 at Doomben last week. So our little fella, perfect start to his career, and looking forward to seeing what he can do. Some good cutest money to be won in his 3-year-old season.
Yeah, very nice. Well done. Okay, we'll quickly run through the other runners quickly. Toby, Fields of View Long at the Gold Coast.
I didn't think it was the best ride from the jockey. He had a big weight and got way out of contention, but ran on nicely. He'll be better suited to Eagle Farm at his next run, where he goes out to 2,200.
Perfect. Fast Dealer, Gold Coast. Trent.
Same thing.
Same thing. Out the back in a ridiculously uncompetitive spot, and it was a jog trot and then a sprint home. Both of those horses were given largely none, in my opinion.
Understood. All right. Dream Master, Eagle Farm, ran third, just caught on the line, Toby.
Yeah, we thought he'd need the run. Eagle Farm's probably not the right track for that type of horse. He's very, very good over at Doomben, so love for there to be a race come up for him over at Doomben. He's going to be very difficult to beat at his next run, wherever that be. Although he's a little bit hard to place at the moment, so hopefully they the next lot of programming comes out sort of fits with him a little better. But went super. Just as I mentioned, he needed the run. His coat's not quite there yet, although that run's tidied him up a bit, and look out for him next start.
Yeah, very good. Career best. I think Grant Morgan from On Track said career best first up runs. That was great to see him return like that. Sulking finished 5th at the Gold Coast. Trent.
She's gone off to stud now. Just never got in her own way in front, which was quite odd. Our speed map had her getting a picnic, and she was pestered for the entirety. Give her a bit of a kick, and then that work that was done early in the piece told late. But she's gone off to stud now to be a mum, and she'll throw a nice foal.
Absolutely. Very good. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time. It's, plenty happening. Lots of nice horses coming through the ranks. So looking forward to the weekend of racing in the next few weeks, that's for sure. Have a good, have a nice weekend. Hope you get a few winners.
Cheers, Brucey. Thanks for that.